Yo, 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 this is Chris Blair. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, and I want to talk about small budget ads, CPMs through the roof, and all these things that people have been talking about in the groups these past few days. I'm going to let first I'm going to explain a little bit what I'm talking about right now, and I'm going to re-explain it one more time quickly so that make sure everyone catches it, because it takes some time for people to gather on these calls. It doesn't happen like that. Today's I think a really important live stream because of a lot of the stuff that people have been saying in the groups, and I have real results to counter a lot of what the rumors are, and so I want to talk about that here today. And first, I want to also explain the background of why people are concerned and what people have been saying, and I will say this. What some of the nervousness out in the marketplace is actually justified. Okay, it is. I mean, they have legitimate evidence that they're pointing to as to reasons why these trends are happening. But the thing is often what is believed to be true in reality is quite different, and I'm discovering that big time in a big way. Today, I mean, just to point, yesterday I was 3.5 times my revenue. So on ad spend times 3.5 is how much revenue I had. So that's, if you guys, anyone who's in this business, you know you're profitable then, right? Today I'm at 5.2 times my revenue. Literally, for every dollar I spend on ads, I'm getting $5.2 back in sales. Okay, now obviously not profit because I have fulfillment costs and all that stuff, but still, I mean, that is a massive return. Okay, and so I want to talk about, first of all, let's talk about the background of what people are afraid of. There's two things out there that people are afraid of. Number one is dealing with Q4 and the rising CPMs. Number two is this. People are concerned about the blog article that came out on Facebook's blog about a week or so ago, when they talked about they did an increase in the number of conversions necessary for an ad to optimize properly. Okay, and that has been a big cause of concern, because basically what Facebook's saying in that article and what reality is quite different. And so I'm going to talk about both those things right now. And let me review here quickly where we're talking about this, because I'll make sure everyone gets on. I have evidence based on my results, right, and based on some student results that show that what a lot of people are fearing and reality are two different things. So let's talk about number one. Okay, let's talk about the Christmas fear, right? The fear that CPMs are going to be through the roof and you can't compete, right? Especially because there's some companies out there. Well, Toys R Us is going out of business, but anyway, some big, massive companies like that who will be spending $100,000 a day in ads. I shit you not, they will be, and it happens every year, right? They may be even spending more than that. 100,000 may be conservative. They may be spending 200,000. Okay, can you compete with that market? And the answer is yes and no. You can't compete in that market if you try to compete with them on everything, right? You can't. I mean, that's the reality. They're just some of these companies are mammoths, and they will outgun you in a heartbeat. But what you can compete in is what I've been preaching for a while, and I focus, especially during the Christmas time, is to focus on some unique products and really put all your effort in there, because these are called drivers, right? If you get those driver products out to the marketplace and in ads, and they're interesting, unique, cool, and they're different than what everyone else is selling, right? Even if it's a t-shirt, right? But you got some sort of unique phrase that's new, right? That stands out. You can still be that guerrilla marketer out there and get a lot of money and make a lot of money at Christmas. And what happens is by the driver products, once they're on your site, they buy other stuff. So to compete against the big boys, and I think this is true all year long, but especially at Christmas, you don't actually want to market a lot of products. You want to focus on your best product and spend all your resources, time, and energy there. Because once you do that, right, you focus on those, right, you can start testing out different targets, because all your budget is going to those one particular products, right? You know, you can start proactively engaging on the page in that post and really drive sales that way. There's tons of things you can do if you're focusing on a small number of products. So and that's what I've been doing as the CPM, and I have some CPMs rising on certain products, right? And certain things, I'm cutting them and I'm focusing on those winners. And yeah, yesterday 3.5 times revenue plus, today 5.2 times revenue. I mean, for ad spend versus revenue, which is massively profitable, right? Even after my fulfillment. Now let me address another rumor, and that is this is particular to me. You know, I'll be honest. When that article first came out, because guys, here's the article we're talking about. Facebook went. There used to be a theory that Facebook had saying on their blog article that you needed 25 of a given action. So if you're doing conversion ads, right? So for example, let's say you're targeting view content or add to cart or initiate checkout or purchase, whatever your particular optimization is. You need 25 of those on every given ad set to optimize that ad set well. That was the matrix that Facebook threw out there, right? And so I can't go into my entire ad system, guys, and I apologize for this. There's no way. In my course, in my training course, my beta course, it's 8.5 hours of ads. I went and actually calculated the time. 8.5 hours on ads, okay? So what I will say this is that my system is based on small budget ads, add to cart. Why? Because you could get on small budget ads over the course of a week, the ads working well, you could get close around 25 hits a week, right? Maybe give or take, maybe a few less, but maybe a few more, depends on how good it is. But the point is you can get that, right? So that was the theory, and it was running a bunch of small budget ads. And yeah, honestly, I got a little scared when I saw that 50, that change from 25 to 50, because I thought, wow, I'm gonna have to revamp my whole ad system. Now, I use other ad systems. Sometimes I use manual bidding when I'm really scaling, I know, because I've been to a lot of marketing training. I know a lot about Facebook ads. I'm familiar, and I know how. And I could change quite quickly to a new system of ads. But the point is, I had this system that was really working, and I wanted to keep it going. So I started doing some split testing this week, and I tested out higher budget ads versus my normal lower budget ads. And what was really amazing about it was uniformly, my lower budget ads outperformed my higher budget ads by far. Okay, now, what I will say is this. This is not a complete test because it's only been like maybe a half a week or so I've been doing this test. But so really over time, maybe the higher budget ads will actually get better. I think it's possible. But right now, I can say right now that I'm quite confident. I mean, I'm 95% sure that despite Facebook making this so-called change, at least at this point in time, the reality is it's not affecting the performance of ad. I'm getting very cheap link clicks, decent CPMs, good cheap conversions, dollar conversions, $3 conversions, $4 conversions. It's absolutely working. So, I mean, at least now at this point, I can sit here on this video and say with confidence that, look, at this point in time, low budget ads are not dead at all. In fact, they're working just as well as they did ever. So, that answers that question. Yeah, this is important stuff to talk about, so I want to talk about that. And also, I want to let you guys know if you're interested in my beta course. We're launching this as an official launch in October. I got JV partners help me with that. The price is going to be $2,500 or maybe even $3,000 because some guy, actually, they're suggesting, some members of my group are saying this is worth $3,000, you should sell it. But you can get in for less than half the $2,500. Is a beta member now, so private message me. If it's in my private coaching, go ahead and private message me. I've got coaching students, private coaching students who are doing millions of dollars of sales this year. Millions of dollars, guys. I shoot on millions, okay? So that shows you that my coaching works. Private message me if you're interested, and I'll go ahead and answer some questions. Someone wrote an email address. I wonder what that's all about. I can open the door for questions here, and yeah, I'll take a few minutes. I got a little bit of time. I'm not sure why you wrote that email. Casey, I don't know why you wrote that email address down for. I don't get it. Let me know if you have any questions. Any questions about that? Very, very short call today, but valuable call. I mean, that information I just gave you is gold. I mean, it's literally money in your bank account if you apply it. All right? If there's no questions here, I'm going to go ahead and do this short video, and we'll move on. I appreciate, by the way, if you guys do me a favor. I'm giving out a lot of free content, and so regardless of whether you join my course or join my private coaching, I really greatly appreciate if you share these videos in the groups and around and on your timeline and stuff, because this content I give out is money. My goal in every one of these calls is to make people money. I say to myself, what kind of content can I give out today that's going to make people money today? And this will, if you follow, I'm talking about low budget ads and focus on a finite number of products. All right, doesn't appear there's any questions today. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.